Y'all know this video was coming. Y'all knew it was coming. And I am highly disappointed in many of you when it comes to where gaming is today, and more importantly, where gaming is going in the future. Now, as you know, I do not like to subscribe to fuckery when it comes to gaming. I try to minimize the fuckery when it comes to gaming. Now, I know there's a lot of things people don't like about gaming, whether it's lack of content, DLC, paid expansions, loot crates, blah, 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 whatever. We can rank it from a 1 to a 10. There's different things that companies can do. Let's say DRM, Ubisoft, what is that, Uplay. There's plenty of things companies can do that we don't like and that we don't agree with. One thing we cannot agree with is freemium game loot crates. And by that I mean this, people. You have games like Warframe, MechWarrior Online. They are these cell phone freemium style games where you play on your phone, it's free, and you spend money and you buy things. The thing about that business model is this. To gain access to the game, the price of admission to the game is free. It is free. You can try and play the game for free. The problem I have with a freemium cell phone model is this. It is being applied to a $60 paid game. That to me is unacceptable, and it will never be acceptable. It is the highest form of fuckery when it comes to gaming outside of releasing a broken game. Period. End of discussion. There is no argument. It is what it is. And you know, you would think that, well, let me start out by saying this. Some loot crates are not bad. For example, like Counter-Strike has skins you can get. If it doesn't affect the gameplay, if you want to play virtual dress up with your Barbie doll, fine. Knock yourself out. All it is cosmetic. But when we start getting into pay to win, or Shadow of Mordor, pay for endings, or Star Wars Battlefront, where you can pay to unlock different weapons quicker and get stronger abilities, and get like, that is when I have a problem. And that is something everybody should have a problem. But the main issue is this. Y'all people don't subscribe to the 3 I's. Intensity, I've got it. Integrity, I've got it. Intelligence, I have it. What do y'all have? Nothing. All these people supporting these freemium-based loot crate models on these full-priced $60 games are nothing but corporate slaves. That is what you are. There's no excuse for it. You are a corporate slave to the highest degree. You enjoy bending over, grabbing your ankles, and taking it from million-dollar companies. You do. Accept it. There's no excuse you can make. There's no rationale you can choose. There's nothing you can say that changes that fact. That changes that fact. Again, that changes that fact. But what do you clowns do when confronted with this reality? You talk about other things like Nintendo giving you a skin and a different difficulty for buying a Happy Meal toy. Is that acceptable? No. Is that acceptable? No. But is that egregious? No. And then people want to talk about Street Fighter V, a game I got for free, and then a game I played and reviewed and told everybody not to buy until the summertime when more content came out. A game I went up against Hip Hop Gamer about because he tried to damage control broken servers and try to damage control a lack of content. But, you know, everybody just seems to think I was on Street Fighter V's side. I don't know why, because had I not received the game free from a bet from BG, I wouldn't have bought it. But again, is that stuff unacceptable? Of course. But is it egregious? No. A lot of bad things going on in gaming. A lot of bad things that we don't like. But when it comes to freemium loot crates, these are the highest grade of fuckery that gamers shouldn't stand for. If you buy any of these games, you are supporting this fuckery. Now you people are saying, oh, well, I'll buy the game, but I won't support the loot. No, no, no. If you pay these people your money, you are supporting that developer, you are supporting that publisher, you are supporting and putting money into the pockets of people that subscribe to that fuckery. And that to me is unacceptable. Now, I want to get Destiny, but I need to do a little more research into their loot crate system because as far as I'm concerned, it's not intrusive, it's not game breaking, it's not freemium $60 cell phone game model, but I need to do a little more research because I might be a little ignorant to what I'm buying. So if somebody wants to help me out with that, go ahead. But the fact that you people are damage controlling murder, which would be loot crates, with assault and lesser charges, is absurd. We have people talking about, oh, but I played 30 frames per second games. That I played Zelda and Persona when I said I wanted. What does that have to do with loot crates? We have people talking about amiibos, and we have people talking about Street Fighter V. Okay, those are things that are bullshit, but what does that have to do with freemium loot crates in $60 games? Tell me. It has nothing to do. And this is exactly what developers want you to do. They don't want you to talk about this bullshit. They don't want you to spread the word and inform other gamers about this bullshit. They want you to be distracted. They want you to go against your fellow gamer. They want you to talk about amiibos. They want you to talk about anything else but what we need to be talking about. And you have morons, ankle grabbers, talking about, we need to have a debate on this. We need to have a discussion. No, there is no debate. There is no discussion. If you support these developers, you are part of the problem. Period. You're part of the problem. Let CD Projekt Red release Cyberpunk and have freemium loot boxes on it. I guarantee you I will not buy that game and I will boycott that game. Y'all the losers that pay to play online. I haven't paid to play online since 2011. I don't do that. Hence, another reason why I don't play on consoles. Because I refuse to pay to play online because I will not do that. When I get a Switch, not paying to play online, so guess what? I won't play online. It is bullshit that you have to pay to play online. It is a travesty that you have to pay to play online. It's because of you corporate slaves paying to play that, guess what? You gots to pay to play. Period. And I don't subscribe to that. I don't. Y'all want to, grab your ankles, bend over, enjoy yourself? That's on you. Me, I'm a different breed. Now, back to the whole loot crate things. I strongly urge you. I mean, honestly, I don't care what you do with your money, but if you care about this hobby, you will not support Star Wars Battlefront 2. You will not support Shadow of Mordor. And then you have people damage controlling saying, but oh, if I don't support this game, then I'll never be able to... Listen, there's plenty of games out there that don't try to fuck you. There's plenty of games out there that aren't trying to force you to grab your ankles. People have backlogs of dozens of games, and yet you're damage controlling and making excuses to pay to play a game that you know is doing you dirty, doing your fellow gamers dirty, and doing gaming as a whole dirty. I swear to God, I wish that Sony or Microsoft would, that would stand up and say, you know what? This is not allowed on our console. And if you're going to do this bull crap, we don't want you on our console. And I'm looking at Forza 7 sales and they're down. I'm happy because they're participating in that bull crap too. Now I'll tell you this right now, because I really don't give a damn about anybody on this website, because at the end of the day, you're all NPCs. But if you're going to buy these games, you're going to support these games, I'm going to hard hate you. I'm going to ignore you. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to game with you. The only time I'll speak with you is when it's on a podcast and it's about business, because I have nothing to say to people that are trying to ruin this hobby. And then you want to talk about, oh, well, what can I do? I can't do anything. What does me not going to buy the game do? I'm sorry. How did GTA 5 get mods back on PC? Oh, that's right. Gamers stood together. You have people with channels with tens of thousands, 20s of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, with all these followers, all these views. You mean to tell me that if we were on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, on the forums, wherever, we made our voices heard, and these games flopped, that these companies wouldn't have a change of heart, that these companies wouldn't realize that they're messing up, that these companies won't realize that we're not sweet? But nah, it ain't gonna work like that, because you corporate slaves love to grab your ankles. See, a lot of you people think that corporate slaves can only be corporate slaves for a piece of plastic. Nah, because y'all being corporate slaves for game developers. I mean, Jimmy, J Mega, what are you talking about? This man is talking about if we don't support these developers with these loot crates, that we'll be putting them out of business and hurting gaming. I'm sorry. Let them die. The death of one developer, the death of one game, the death of one franchise is not going to hurt or detract from gaming. Sega died. Atari died. Gaming is still going. Gaming is still going. Gaming is still here and probably more popular than ever. Nintendo might as well have been dead the last 5 years with the Wii U, but guess what? Gaming is still alive. Gaming is still going well. So, by you claiming that if we boycotted somebody and their company fell flat on their face, had to close down, that we'd be hurting. No. We want to be hurting gaming. We'll be helping gaming and making a better example of what gaming should be. But unfortunately, we have ankle grabbers that don't subscribe to that notion. They're more worried about these companies, their millions of dollars, and padding the bonuses and promotions of these executives than their own well-being of their actual hobby. How freaking insane is that? You are more concerned about the corporation than your actual goddamn hobby. How? Explain that to me. Please do. Please do. Please explain that to me. I mean, nobody was pre-ordering Xboxes. The Xbox One. And guess what? Guess what happened? DRM went the way of the wayside with the Xbox One. All that intrusive bullshit went the way of the wayside, went the way of the dodo, because people spoke with their wallets. Now, what happens if everybody bought it and then didn't use it? You still would have gave them money. It wouldn't have mattered. The best way to combat this is to not give these companies your money, whether it's buying the game or buying the loot crate. If you buy the game, even if you buy the game and don't support the loot crates, you are still part of the problem. Period. You are. You may not think so, but you're part of the problem, because you are keeping these companies financially healthy. It's not until these companies start seeing red, start bleeding money, it's not till then till they realize that we messed up and we need to change. But you guys love to keep grabbing your ankles, so that won't happen. And you know what? I wouldn't care if I was the only person that doesn't pay to play online. I don't care if I was the only person that didn't buy these loot crate games and is boycotting these loot crate games. I don't care if I'm the only person that's boycotting Nintendo and their Happy Meal toys. I don't care if I was the only person boycotting the Wii U, because I thought that it was a lesser effort than what Nintendo is truly capable for. I don't care if anybody cares that I was the only one boycotting the Wii U and Nintendo because of that man. I'll be the only one, because unlike you, I've got integrity, and I'm not grabbing my ankles for any of these companies. I'll leave that to you.